Kia ora ana everybody, my name is Will Fleming. I'm here in the Cook Islands on a mission. That mission is to help our young people record and preserve the stories of the elders that guide them. And the idea here, if you were at home or if you spent some time with an auntie and maybe you don't see them often, you might be able to do a recording with them. I think that's really awesome that you would be that person that, you know, every elder in your family is waiting for you to ask them a question. More than just how was your day? More than just can I help you with the chores? You want to ask them what was life like for you growing up? You want to ask them, do you have any advice for me? You want to ask them, what's your favorite memory from your childhood? Just the good stuff. I created this to remember the good stuff. Parents normally are the ones in charge, but in this case, they are helping you, you know? The Vaka Ō Te Tupuna app, the Canoe of Ancestors, creates space and walks alongside our young people as they hold kōrero with the elders to ask them questions, to easily help them record and save the stories of their elders. We are using technology to build a bridge between our youth and the elders that guide them to create a new space for kōrero, one where a youth can ask their elder, where do I belong?
With your app, it's not only me going to do it, you're actually encouraging our youth to go and sit down with their elders and ask the key questions. And when they ask that question, it's not an invasive question. It's actually a question that makes one go back and think about their upbringing. Like, the question you asked before about the food. Yeah. What's the food that reminds you of home? It made me go back and feel the love of my grandmother when she was doing this. And also the hurt, it must have been in her heart, because in her mind, this is the really poor man's food. But when I ate it, it was the most beautiful dish. Very important that we learn how to use modern technologies, especially this app that you are saying. And also the ability not only to go on the phone, but also get stored somewhere. And it's also give them extra confidence to be able to go up, have actually a purpose, and set questions, non-invasive questions to ask their grand-uncle, grand-auntie, and one day they're going to go to the funeral of those grand-aunties, and they're going to say, wow, I'm glad I got something, I did something for her memory.
Yes.
There's so much knowledge that my children and grandchildren are missing out on.
Yeah.
And every time I want to share something, they're distracted. And I'm going to think, I'm going to die with all this knowledge and none of them will know.
They might talk about something interesting like, don't forget to look under the little rock under the tree on the left, and you'll be able to go back and have a look at that. And then the idea is at the end, you might just say, hey Mum, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, that's an important part of interviewing someone, I think, is letting them ask you questions.
Yeah, 100%. It's done the uploading and now it's transcribing the chat. So when you look in your Gmail or your Google Drive later, you'll see the conversation you had with Mum and it will be all written out.
We talk about warrior, mana, manatiaki, all those big warrior talks, and we're scared to press the button on the phone. What type of warrior are you? And our kids are not scared.
What is a story your parents or grandparents used to tell you?
I predominantly grew up in New Zealand. Like, I wasn't born here in Aorere. But my grandma used to always tell me, my mum's mum used to tell me how beautiful the place was and about home. I didn't understand what they were talking about until we arrived.
As a young child, we were free in the sense we played outside. So when you got home, what your first job was to do all your chores. In those days, there was a lot of fear of the tubabo, the ghosts.
Oh.
And the big utu trees, the big utu trees, they said that's where the ghost lived. Nowadays, it's sad when you drive past in the village, you don't see any kids playing outside. But for us, you knew everybody in the village and you interacted with them and you played with them. And And the rules were me puiri tāki home.
I think it's really important for us young people to spend time with our grandparents, because when they pass away, then you start realizing, man, I should have talked to my nana, man, I should have talked to my grandparents. So now she's told me I have to do it with my other elders and everyone that some other important people we know.
Any ideas on why, at least in our culture, maybe like spirits are pretty prevalent in stories?
Spirituality is, it makes you remember that your ancestors and your loved ones are still close by. You know that there's going to be touch points that will get touched on, and then you're looking at your child talking to you, and it's like, ugh. And then you think about, when he asks about, spirituality and things like that. Of course, you're going to start thinking about those who aren't here anymore. So
Yes.
I think it's just a treasure to be able to do that.
Absolutely. This is a personal journey for me. I record everyone else's story and I forgot to record my own. And when my mum passed, she took that knowledge with her. We don't have to lose our story, and you don't have to feel lost. Ask those questions, use the app to record the answers. Have that helping hand up when you need it most. Because sometimes all we need is to hear the voices of those who came before us to help us move forward.